Before I start this whole video, I just want to say that I am just speaking from my own personal experience. I'm not speaking for the general people, especially for the women out there. I just want to talk about how I feel. I just want to clarify that. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of women would agree that it is just hard for us to simply exist among men. From being upheld in a ridiculous beauty standard, life expectations, and so on. I mean, that's a whole other stuff I don't want to get into right now because that's a whole other rant. But I can't be the only one that noticed that a lot of women are so much more comfortable in their own skins right now. And you can see so many of them now celebrating their beauty, even beyond physical appearance. You know, even if you go on social medias right now, you can see all the women supporting each other. They're like,
yes, queen! Have that confidence, baby. I would pay to breathe in your air.
Step on me.
and I love that about women now. It is so refreshing to see. Because back when I was younger, I rarely see stuff like this on social media. I think it's because around that time, it is kind of frowned upon to just call yourself hot. Because you're gonna seen as self-obsessed, you know. But now it's just like, yes, be hot. Own it, as you should. So, of course, living in this era definitely helped me in finding my self-worth, especially when I'm surrounded in such a supportive community like my friends on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Follow me on there. I'm not even joking here. Being surrounded by confident, strong women all the time makes you feel so powerful that you could do anything in this world. I really can't explain it, but it just does. But naturally, we are human after all. We're not always as confident and as happy with ourselves all the time. There are days that we are feeling down in the dumps and really not into ourselves. This reminds me of this one interview with Brianna. I think you know this, but it was trending on TikTok for a while. I'm gonna show you here.
What do you do on those days that you don't feel that confident or fearless or powerful like you did out there?
Pretend.
Fake it?
Yeah.
Until we make it?
I mean, why not? It's either that or cry myself to sleep. Who wants to do that?
And that from that interview, there was a cool remix on TikTok where people were making transition TikToks and then turning into this gorgeous, gorgeous girl. It's like such a good confident boost, you know? I want to show them here, but I don't know if the remix is gonna get me copyrighted. So I'm gonna put the link in the description below. I mean, in case if you want to see what I'm talking about. So yeah, it was trending on TikTok for a while and I loved all of them. I'm not gonna lie. I never got around to hop on that trend because deep down, I know that's not me. How do you just pretend that you're confident? And how long should you keep doing that? Because that won't work for me. I tried. And at the end of the day, I was the girl that cried herself to sleep. And I'm ashamed of that. I'm ashamed of showing myself being insecure because I've never seen my other friends being vulnerable. If I start being insecure, then I'm not one of those strong, confident women anymore. And I wanted so badly to be one of them. And then it always makes me question if I'm the only one feeling like this. Confident women are so normalized these days that I just don't know what to do when I'm not one on some days. How am I supposed to feel good when all I hear is confidence is key, confidence is sexy? And of course, when part of me agrees to that, I don't know what to do. Does that mean if I'm not confident, people would look at me differently? Would I not be attractive anymore? And this is the problem I personally have with the confident woman era right now. That's all I see women do now. And it's great, but it's lacking the vulnerabilities that humans need to connect with each other. The vulnerabilities that I need. And now maybe you're questioning, what's stopping you from sharing your struggles? Just be open. It's not that big of a deal. Well, that's the problem. Because truth is, I tried. Because whenever I tried to say that I'm feeling insecure, I'm met with responses like, Susan, you're gorgeous. What are you talking about? Why are you being so insecure? That doesn't make any sense. And of course, that's just gonna shut me down completely. Then I feel stupid for complaining. then I think about the people who have it worse than me. And I just decided not to say anything after all. And don't try to lie to me. I know if I start saying stuff like that, that's the first thing that will pop up in your head too, whether you say it out loud or not. And that, in my opinion, is mostly rooted from the confident woman era that I'm talking about right now. I just really think that right now, it is walking on a really thin line of toxic positivity. If you don't know what toxic positivity is, it's when influencers are saying stuff like, good vibes only, happiness is a choice, no negative vibes allowed, stay positive. Basically, in general, toxic positivity is forcing all this so-called positivity onto you that will eventually push your real difficult emotions away, like your anger, your fear, your sadness, your insecurities, instead of letting you actually face and deal with it. And since you keep pushing those negative parts deeper inside, instead of them just being gone, it just festers silently. And no matter how much you cover it up with good vibes, you're still hurting inside. Even psychologists say that this will bring nothing but harm to your mental health. And I know most people who say stuff like that want to help me and have good intentions, so I'm not mad at them. I know they do it because they care about me. But right now I'm telling you, just let me complain. Let me cry, let me be angry. Which also reminds me, there's a comment I got here recently that says something like, why do you care so much about what the haters say to you? Don't let the haters bother you. You'll never be happy if you let them. Again, I'm telling you, I'm not mad because the person had good intentions. But please, I ask you kindly, do not say stuff like this to me. I am allowed to have perfectly reasonable emotions for someone being mean to me. I am allowed to be hurt. I'm not crazy for having these feelings. And also, why do I always have to be the one to be told to get over it? Why is no one saying anything to the people doing those things to me instead? Just let me feel the emotions without invalidating them. Or even make me feel crazy to be insecure in the first place. I'm the person who likes to feel her emotions very strongly. And that's one of the most important process for me to heal from something. I am proud of that part of myself and I am not ashamed of that. Also, I want to clarify again, I haven't been bothered by haters for so long already. That was just a comment responding to me taking a break from YouTube because I wanted to take care of my mental health first and foremost before entertaining people on here. That's all. Anyways, I haven't felt good about myself for a while now, and I didn't know how to express any of this without feeling judged anymore. I know not a lot of you know that. That's because I feel restricted on what to say or what to post on my social medias because of the thousands of eyes on me. How many of you knew that I've been crying before I shot and posted my TikToks? How many of you actually knew that I don't like looking at myself on most of my Instagram posts? How many of you actually knew that I'm only doing makeup as a coping mechanism at this point? Well, now you know. I know I'll be okay eventually, but I just wish that it was easier for me to find comfort instead of feeling ashamed, you know? I know this is a normal thing with a lot of people. Some days you like yourself, some days you don't, and some days you just feel mentally and physically crippled that you don't want to move away from your bed. Yeah, I know. And that's okay. You do that. But I hope there are people who still love you despite that and would take good care of you on those days because that's what you truly need. Not good vibes, not pretend confidence. Because whatever you're feeling is not equal to what you're worth. Trust me. I know I'm not alone. And my only hope for this is to be the vulnerable person for the people who needs me to. Just like me searching for someone to be one for me too. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care.